would you explain to people that Trump is the lesser of two evils?
I think it's, Trump is a typical sort of like, I'm going to use the diabolical ones, big mouth kind of New Yorker where he talks, and they had on Dr. Phil and they were talking about it, and they said, do you think Trump is a racist? He goes, no, he's not a racist. He just doesn't think before he speaks a lot of times. Now, and let's use this judge and this Trump thing. There has been very little accurate coverage of what is going on in that lawsuit. For example, nobody ever mentions that there are 19,000 letters of people thanking Trump University, which are even on the web. Number two, that the person who brought the original suit said they didn't want to continue with it, but the lawyers wanted to. Why? Because they want Trump to pay them off and give them money to have it go away. So I think from Trump's standpoint, he's going to bring in, I think it's really important for him to bring in the right vice presidential candidate and someone who can speak and show that, look, we're not, just shooting from the hip all the time. We've got a strategy. He's bringing in other people around him that are going to make him credible. But the key thing he's going to do, that's lesser of two evils, is we have to make the economy better. Who is more likely to make the economy better, Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton? That is a very easy decision.
Well, one thing, too, even in temperament, where they say, well, Trump doesn't have the temperament to be president. Look at how he goes off on people and gets mad and you can get under his skin. Well, Trump sort of seems like the type of guy that will get really pissed off and call you a bunch of names and then have a beer with you later. And would like hug it out afterwards and be cool with it. And he's shown that time and time again. Like with Christie and all the other people he's fighting.
Yeah,
then he lays
Ben
off of them.
Yeah.
But Clinton has a freaking enemies list. And if you cross her, she never forgets.
Well, you may be dead.
And you're done. You're tanked.
You may be dead.
Yeah, or you'll be dead. I mean, she's a vindictive and vicious. She's not a let's hug it out and forget about it. She'll freaking destroy your life.
Yeah.
As she's destroyed many, many lives. So in that sense, even in temperament, Trump is the lesser of two evils, if you look at it that way.
Well, she has, this whole thing with the server and the foundation. The reason she wanted the server was because of the foundation. That's why. So she could use that as an extortion vehicle and nobody could look at it very closely. But I think when this FBI report comes out, it's just going to make her look even worse. And she's already got the lowest integrity score of anyone in the history of the Democratic Party.
And this is another thing that gets back to lesser of two evils. Okay, so on the Trump evil side, he's got some bankruptcies, okay? He's got the Trump University thing, which, as you said, is not all that it seems. Trump stakes, whatever you want to talk about. His evils. Clinton's is having an unsecured server with 22 top secret files on a homegrown server that's unencrypted.
No, 2,200. 2,200.
Yeah, but I mean 22 are beyond top secret.
Yeah.
On a unencrypted server for 3 months. And she deleted half of her emails. And those can't be all yoga emails or Chelsea wedding emails. Half of her, what's she doing half the time? So what is more evil? Putting the whole country's security at stake? Putting CIA members' lives at stake? Like doing reckless things with no oversight that has the country's safety at stake? Or Trump University? What's more evil, in your opinion?
Yeah, it's not even comparable, and I think these are the things that people are going to weigh carefully. William F. Buckley once said, "I'd rather be ruled by the first 200 names in the Boston telephone book than the people in Congress," and the reason is because the average person will take these things seriously now, and they're going to. The Hillaryites, forget them, because they want to have a woman or whatever, they're not going to change their opinion. But the election, I think, will go to Trump because he will get enough people to go, what you just said is she's for fraud. I
Well,
mean, and she has no integrity other than making herself
oh,
rich.
and here's another lesson of two evils. Okay, it's like Hillary Clinton came out with her big speech saying that Donald Trump is crazy. We can't trust him with the nuclear codes. He's gonna fight everybody all over the place. Then in the same speech, starts to sound like little Marco Rubio about American excellence and how we need to get involved everywhere and how Trump is too isolationist. So she's talking out both sides of her mouth. And
But that's what she does.
and you look at it this way, like Putin says, Clinton gets in, there's a good chance for World War III. I'm telling you right now. You know, Putin is saying this. Trump wants to hang out with Trump.
Yeah.
You know, they want to like get on the Black Sea and lick caviar off of naked chicks, you know, and do shirtless skeet off of a yacht. But you know what I mean? And Clinton talks about, oh, we got to look out for North Korea and nukes. North Korea likes Trump. I mean,
Well, I think,
who do you
see,
feel
one of the
safer?
things
Clinton comes out and wants a no-fly zone immediately in
Yeah.
Syria, and Trump is like, man, we can't fight everybody at once. What is the lesser of two evils there?
well, and that's what I mean, where the Bernie people, they're they see her as she's going to start World War III, or at least she's going to keep wars going on forever.
Yeah,
I mean,
for Putin.
you know, you already have, this war has gone on longer than, it's gone on twice as long as World War II.
It's gone on, I think, 4 times longer. It's like 14 years, right?
Yeah. Not quite 4 times, but close. It's, you
Yeah,
know.
close.
So, if you look at it, you know, Trump is, he's not, he likes the idea of having a powerful military, but he's not a war type person. He said we shouldn't have gone into Iraq. You know, the two candidates are going to look very different. And when people, they really don't care about the Middle East. I mean, when it comes down to it, they're going to say, I want somebody who's going to make my life better. Okay, the likelihood that we're going to get overrun by a bunch of ISIS people is very low, but he's just going to go in and obliterate them and then leave, and then when they reorganize, just go in again and obliterate them and then leave again. But Hillary likes this sort of, she's diabolical in the same way Cruz was, in that she's always working some angle, and she's never telling you what, because I'm, you know.
Well, she's extorted all that money in the Clinton Foundation too, from from Saudi Arabia, and
Yeah,
she's
so she's for women, except she's taking money from people who treat women like dogs.
Can you tell me a more corrupt candidate to ever run for president? And that includes Nixon.
I think, wait a second, we essentially forced Nixon out of office because of 18 minutes that were missing on a tape. What about all of those videotapes with that Fox anchor that they erased when he was asking about what was going on, and then they admitted, okay, well, we didn't tell you the truth about Iran. Remember that? And nobody knows who told them to erase the tape. This is because the media is totally owned by Hillary. And they want it to stay the same, and she wants it to stay the same, so they're not going to call her out. Where's Woodward and Bernstein? We don't have any. So we have a bunch of talking heads in trench coats.
No, and now all the progressive pundits are falling in line behind Hillary, which is even scarier.
Yeah. Well, I believe that the people are smarter than the average progressive pundit. So,
and I mean, does Rachel Maddow have even a shred of credibility now?
No, I don't think she has had any in quite some time since she got on the Hillary bandwagon. You know, Debbie Wasserman Ratt, she's going to be part of the destruction of the Democratic Party as we know it. But the good news is there will be a phoenix rise up, and they'll say, you know what, we got it all wrong with Hillary. You know, people wanted change. We didn't get it that she's the opposite of change because she's been an insider for 30 years. How did we get that wrong? Well, Debbie Wasserman Schultz and you other clowns, you pundits, were leading us in that direction.